Are subscription boxes worth it? I personally love getting monthly subscription boxes. I love the surprise of what is going to come in them, but it's something I've really been thinking about the start of this year. I'm really piling up the fabric and notions, and it's really starting to take over my space. So I thought about this year being a little bit more intentional with what I purchase and thinking about whether or not I have a project already in mind for it. All last year, I got this subscription box. So I had 12 of them come to me. These boxes for me are $32.35 a piece. So that means I spent about $388 just on this subscription box alone. Over the weekend, I was out of town with my family and we were at a soccer tournament in College Station area. I happened across a quilt shop there that is unfortunately going out of business, but they had a lot of sales, and you can often find sales whether online or locally that are really, really good. I got a ton of stuff, a ton of thread, a lot of fabric, about 7¼ yards of fabric, and this was all $115. And I already know what I'm going to be doing with all of it. I took a look back at this particular subscription box last year and looked at what I actually ended up using from it. And I honestly didn't finish any projects from last year. I did try out some of the notions, but most of them did end up in my box for giving away. That really hit me hard. $388 on this box, and there was 2 projects that I even got the stuff together to work on. So let me show you those. These were the 2 projects from last year that I actually gathered everything together for to plan on working on. So I had the Magnolia quilt pattern here that came in the box, but unfortunately for this pattern, the only thing that came in the box was 1 petite jelly roll. So I had to purchase another jelly roll, the binding, the background fabric, and the backing for the quilt. That was a lot of extra to purchase, and I just have it set aside to work on eventually. Then the other project that I wanted to work on was Ambience, and I got the fabric for it, and we only got the petite jelly roll in the pattern to work through this project. So that really got me thinking about this particular subscription box, because while it is fun getting the extra notions and the little bits of fabric to kind of get ideas of different fabric lines out there and designers, I feel like this box is really something good for a beginner, somebody who can enjoy trying out some different patterns, some different notions, and starting to build up a fabric stash, getting to see what you like and things like that. For me, I just think it's not working anymore. Out of 12 boxes, to only have 2 that I really wanted to work on further is kind of a big wake-up call for me on how much I'm spending on this box and how much I'm actually using from it. It doesn't mean it's a bad subscription box. It just doesn't seem to be working for me anymore. You know, these 2 projects came really early last year, and even though they were ones that I wanted to work on, I still haven't started on them yet. So that really set a tone with me on where I should prioritize my money and my time. All right, so let's take a look at what came in this month's box, because maybe that will change my mind a little bit on what I want to do. So this is this month's box. So this is the January 2023 box. I'm really excited to look at it because honestly, It may feel like I'm being harsh on subscription boxes right now, but I think they are so much fun. I am always excited to see what comes each month. So it's kind of really hard for me to make a decision. So grow kindness, and on the back, a lot of times there is a promo code. All right, so the promo codes are for free Daisy Bee's Knees book stand, and you get that for free with the $80 order. And then there's also another promo code for $5 off any 5-inch stacker from Riley Blake Design. So two great promo codes, really. And then here's everything for the month. We get our pamphlet that talks about everything in the box, and I do love that the Sew Sampler includes this along with pricing, so you do know if the value is there for you. So I'm going to take out all the goodies we got. So to start with, we got the 2 calico 5-inch stackers. So these are for Riley Blake Designs. This is by Lori Holt. And these are 5-inch squares. And you can kind of see on the back what the color scheme is going to be for it. I really love 5-inch squares. You can put together some fast quilts with it. And they are valued at $21.96. So I'm excited about these. I haven't looked through the pattern we have yet, but I will definitely use these whether or not it's with the pattern. So that's good in my book. The next thing we have here is a wrist pin cushion. So it has a little band here so it can go on your wrist to keep the pins close by. This has a value of $4.74. I think this is a good little addition. I don't know if it'll be something I will use. Might feel like it'll get in my way, but maybe with handwork it might be something I think about. I don't know. But you can always use something like that, right? And then we have a reader glasses and a soft case. Oh, so we got some reading glasses, I think would be what they are. Something that would probably help us see a little bit better. I don't know what that means on it. I know it has something to do with how much it magnifies, but I honestly don't know the ins and outs of that. But let's take a look at the glasses. This will probably be something nice for me to keep up here because I've said before I forget to bring my glasses up sometimes, and I do really kind of need to use them more. They are super cute. They're a little bit too magnified for me, but they're cute. Maybe I'll keep them around for a little bit and see if I need them. Oh, actually close up. So it's definitely for reading. I don't know what I was thinking. They're not for seeing. So it's still a little bit too much for my eyes. It's a little bit blurry. Maybe I'll use them at some point, but they're really cute. Definitely really cute. You see the plaid on the other side, I just noticed. So there are those, and these, I think, I don't know, they are valued at $9.74. Maybe I said it, maybe I didn't, I don't know. And then we got the wheelbarrow table runner pattern. So that is this one here, and it's definitely for those stackers, and then you'll have to add on some fabric for the background and borders, binding, and backing. So I really, really love the block here. I don't know if I like the way it blends with the pluses through here, but you know, everybody's going to have a different preference on patterns, and that's okay. So this is valued at $9.98, about what patterns go for. And then here we have some quilt block foundation papers. So that makes the block that I said I liked. So I might figure out something different to do with these. It makes 6-inch blocks. And let me see, there are 42 sheets per pad. So if you like foundation paper piecing, you will love these. I love foundation paper piecing and how accurate it gets your blocks. However, I don't love ripping away the paper. So sometimes when I get these, it takes me a while to really get into the mood to want to give them a try. Now, the last thing we have is our block number 10 for the Bliss Quilt Along. So it's a lovely little block there, block 10. You can probably see it a little bit better here. I'll work on it eventually. I'm pretty behind on these. I need to catch up, but it's a cute little block. I've really enjoyed working on this. It's valued at $4.98, and if you don't get the subscription box, you can still grab just the pattern for it. I actually think this month was a pretty good box compared to some of the other ones that we've got recently. I really like the fabric in it. I While I don't love ripping away papers, I do like how accurate these often turn out for me. So I'll definitely give these a try at some point, whether it's for the pattern that came or not. I think the reading glasses are super cute, as well as the wrist pin cushion. I don't know if I will be using them right away, and that's kind of one of the things that has me thinking about this box and the value for me specifically. This box wasn't a lot of money. It's $35-ish around there. But when you don't use a lot of the stuff in there, even if you like it, it doesn't hold a lot of value. So let me show you what I got from that quilt shop in College Station. One of the reasons I think a lot of people like subscription boxes, a lot of time they're advertised as being having more value in them than what you spend. So if you add everything up for the Fat Quarter Shop, you'll get in a dollar amount that is more than what you actually spent on it. So people like that discount, that you can add stuff to your stash, you can try new things at a discounted rate. Now, unfortunately, this quilt shop in College Station was going out of business. So they were having some pretty big sales. And if you live in the area and want to go check it out, it is Lone Star Quilts. It's in Bryan, Texas. And a lot of the stuff I got for 40% off or more. So all of these threads for either hand quilting, embroidery, something like that, I got for a very good price. So these pearl number 12s I got for $1.19 a piece. And then the pearl 8 I got for $2.39 a piece. So really good prices on the threads. I mean, really, really good prices. And, you know, it's sad that a business is going out of business, but you can also find really good sales online at different shops. And it may not be because they're going out of business. It may just because they're trying to reduce their inventory and they're getting new styles and stuff in. And that, just because a fabric line is older doesn't mean that it's no longer, a nice line to have or anything like that. It's just you can take advantage of these sales. And so I got 2 yards of some of these different fabrics. I've wanted to make a black and white quilt for a while. And then this one was the end of the bolt, so it was only $1 or $1.25 yards. So I got all these fabrics, and then I got some 5-inch stackers here that were also on sale. They're priced at what they are, but they were also on sale. I believe they were 40% off too. And then I got a pattern. If you've followed my unboxing for Jenny's Countdown to Christmas, my husband did some embroidery for one of the things, and he wanted to try to do some more, so he got this pattern there. And then this was just a pattern that they included in for me as well. So all of this stuff I only spent $115 on. And yes, it was a lot of savings, but it really got me thinking about being more intentional with what I spend money on. I already know what I'm going to use all of these for. And when I get to my subscription boxes, while it is fun to get them, it's kind of just stuff that adds up in my space. And I'm never sure if I'm going to use it or if it's going to be something I get to, if I'm going to get stuff I like. And while I do see a lot of value in them, I just don't know if they still hold value to me. So I think what I've decided with the Sew Sampler is I'm going to finish getting the Bliss Quilt Along patterns so I can finish that quilt, but then it might be one that I let go of in this new year. It's not that I don't think people should get the Sew Sampler anymore. I just think that if you are trying to, you know, manage how much stuff you have building up in your sewing space, if you don't have time to get to those projects, if you haven't been liking them for a while, then maybe it's time to either look for something else or just purchase things as you need them. So that's what I'm going to try to do a lot more in the new year. There are definitely boxes that I'm going to keep because I do love the projects that come almost most of the time. And, you know, I think they work for me having those smaller projects to work on. This one I just think is not working for me. I'd love to know what you think of this box and the pattern. You can even let me know what you think of my decision. If you're bummed to, you know, no longer be able to see my unboxings for this, I am really, really sorry. But budget-wise, I just think I want to focus more on projects that I would really like to work on and spending money gathering supplies for things that I know I'll enjoy using and making. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.